So what makes a classic car expensive? Well, for all classic cars, the following help increase its value. Being in good condition, having a solid provenance and history, being stylish or beautiful to look at, or being known for either performance or luxury. But to command the really big bucks, it also helps if it had very low production volumes, it's highly original, it had a famous owner or driver, or it had success in competition. The long list of the most expensive cars ever sold at auction is dominated by Ferrari, and by multiple examples of the same models. So for the sake of variety, I'll skip the duplicates. I'm going to use the final selling price, adjusted to its equivalent in today's money, to bring you the top 5 most expensive cars sold, in reverse order, from 5th to 1st. Strap yourselves in, we're talking big, big money. The Ferrari 290mm was designed to compete in the 1956 Mille Miglia. As was customary with Ferrari, the model numerator referred to the approximate cubic capacity of one cylinder of the V12 engine. In this case, it was 3,490 cc's overall. Only 4 290mm's were built in total, with 2 being entered into the famous 1956 road race. One of them was driven to 4th place by none other than Juan Manuel Fangio, one of the greatest ever racing drivers, who competed in many categories including Formula 1, where he was crowned world champion 5 times, a record only beaten more recently by Michael Schumacher and Lewis Hamilton. It was Fangio's car that went up for auction at RM Sotheby's New York sale in December 2015, where it was sold for just over $28 million including fees. In today's money, this is the equivalent of $38.1 million and comes in 5th place of the most expensive cars sold at auction. Next up is another Ferrari, and another car with a racing pedigree and famous former drivers. This 1957 Ferrari 335 Sport Spider Scaglietti was raced by Stirling Moss, Wolfgang von Trips, Piero Taruffi and Mike Hawthorne, among others. Again one of 4 built, the 4-litre 335 went across the block at Art Curial's sale at Retromobile in Paris in 2016 and sold for €32.1 million, or $35.1 million. In today's money, that is $47.9 million. Aside from this car being a Ferrari, with great provenance, a racing history and famous drivers, its high hammer price was also reportedly a result of a bidding war between 2 of the best and most highly paid footballers in the world, Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. And who won? Although not officially confirmed, it's widely believed to have been Lionel Messi who scored that day. In 3rd place is Mercedes-Benz and the 1954 W196R Stromlinienwagen, also known as the Monza Streamliner. Designed and built to compete in Formula 1, the Streamliner is the only closed-wheel car ever to win a Grand Prix, which it did 3 times in total, all with Juan Manuel Fangio at the wheel. This example was driven by Fangio when he won the 1955 Argentinian Grand Prix, and also set the fastest lap in the Italian Grand Prix piloted by Stirling Moss. It was donated to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum by Mercedes in 1965 and sold in a standalone auction by RM Sotheby's at the Mercedes-Benz Museum in Stuttgart in February 2025. The final price including taxes and fees was a little over €51.2 million, around $53.9 million. Today, only a year later, that would be $55.3 million. Although the Monza Streamliner has the 2nd highest hammer price, when adjusted for inflation the 2nd place goes to Ferrari again, and a 250 GTO. Only 36 Ferrari 250 GTOs were built in period, although there are now many recreations based on other Ferrari 250 chassis, and only 4 that were upgraded to Series 2 coachwork, with no rear spoiler and a lower, wider stance to better suit the curves of the roads around Sicily's Targa Florio route. This particular car was entered into the 1964 race by privateer racer Corrado Ferlino. He crossed the finish line first in class and with it secured Ferrari the International GT Championship that year. At the time of the RM Sotheby's Monterey sale in 2018, this GTO was the most expensive car sold at auction, with a final price of $48.4 million, or $62 million in today's money. It could be said that it's artificial to promote the Ferrari 250 GTO to second place on adjusted price, but given that one reportedly changed hands privately for $78 million, I think it deserves it. Almost 3 years before our third place car changed hands at the Mercedes-Benz Museum in Stuttgart, the most expensive car ever sold at auction also found a new owner in the very same room. The Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR was based on that Formula One car design, but was modified to have two abreast seating configuration and fitted with headlamps in order to compete in sports car road racing, such as the Mille Miglia, where famously Stirling Moss took victory in one in the 1955 running. When later that year Mercedes pulled out of motorsport following the tragedy at Le Mans, there were two leftover chassis intended for the 1956 season. They were bodied as closed coupes with gull-wing doors. One of them was claimed by Daimler-Benz design chief Rudolf Uhlenhaut for his personal use, and they subsequently became known as the Uhlenhaut coupes. In May 2022, to raise money to establish a global scholarship fund, Mercedes-Benz put one of their two cars into an invitation-only sale run by RM Sotheby's, where a private buyer paid out €135 million, or around $142 million. In today's money, that would be a staggering $157.3 million, 2.5 times as much as the second place car. Well, quite honestly, I'm staggered at the amount of money some people are willing to pay for classic cars. But actually, it is pocket change compared to fine art, where adjusted price is going up to nearly $600 million, and the Uhlenhaut's hammer price wouldn't even make the top 30. Whilst you can look at and admire both paintings and classic cars, you can't get in a Da Vinci or a Cézanne and take it for a spin down to Monaco. Let me know in the comments what you think of these cars and the prices paid for them. And don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel for more classic car content. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.